Question number 31. You are creating a Power Pages site for a national franchise company, Contoso Coffee. The site will be used by individual franchise managers to submit weekly inventory data. Managers must sign in with your corporate credentials and must only be able to add or edit inventory records associated with your specific franchise location. You need to configure the site security. Solution: use Microsoft Entra ID authentication. Does the solution meet the goal? Option A, yes. Option B, no. The correct answer is option B, no. Question number 32. You are building a Power Pages site for Global Mart, a national retail chain. The site will be used by individual store managers to update weekly inventory data. A critical requirement is that managers must only be able to add and update inventory records for their own assigned store. You need to configure the security for the site. Solution: configure page permissions to restrict access to the inventory page to authenticated managers. Does the solution meet the goal? Option A, yes. Option B, no. The correct answer is option B, no. Question number 33. Positive's Home Rescue is a shelter that specializes in finding homes for dogs that have been given up by their owners. The shelter can house up to 20 dogs. The shelter is implementing one model-driven Power Apps app to track the dogs and schedule meetings with potential adopters. No other apps will be created. The model-driven app uses Dataverse with out-of-the-box functionality when possible. Dataverse is set up with the following configuration. The solution prefix PSR is used for all new components. Only the root business unit is used. All tables are stored in Dataverse and do not require rapid scaling. Exchange server-side sync is not configured. Adapters. Adapter information is stored in a contact table. Contacts are considered to be duplicates if they have the same email address and last name. Adapters are often late to meetings, so a reminder email is sent to them 2 hours before their meeting. The email reminder must not track in the system. Dogs. Dog information is stored in a dog table, which is organization owned. Breed, size, and weight are fields in the table. Dog residency. A resident table tracks the stay of each dog. Each resident record has a lookup for the dog and its food. The food type and amount are logged on each resident record. Auto posting is not configured for changes to food type and amount. A fee of $120 is in the currency column named adoption fee. This fee can be changed depending on the adoption circumstances. A formula column named deposit is automatically populated with 20% of the adoption fee. A resident record is generated automatically when a dog record is created. This is the only way a resident record can be created. Exercise and feedings. Exercise for the dog is tracked in an exercise table. Feedings are tracked in a feeding table. Exercise and feeding records appear in a resident record timeline. Animal care team. The animal care team must be able to view who changed the food type and the amount that was given for up to 3 months ago. The team must be able to update the weight of a dog on a resident record. The team reports that the buttons are too small on the touchscreen they use to log exercise and feeding. The team must be able to view who the adapters are for upcoming meetings. The team must not be able to update adapter information. Adoption team. The adoption team must receive a weekly list of duplicate contacts. Duplicate alerts must not appear when a staff member saves a new contact. When an adopter wants to adopt a dog, the staff must perform a series of adoption duties in order. The following duty list must be displayed on the screen. Commitment. Obtain adopter's signature in a commitment document. Collect deposit. Pre-pickup. Document spay or neutering date. Perform spay or neutering. Document pickup date. Pickup. Collect full payment. Verify dog is picked up. A dog must be picked up no sooner than 2 days after spaying or neutering. A pop-up window must appear with an error message if the pickup date is too soon. Only the adoption team must be able to add new adopters and dogs. You need to improve the user experience for the animal care team to log exercise and feeding. What should you create? Option A. Custom page in a model-driven app. Option B. Model-driven app form. Option C. Power BI report. Option D. Canvas app. The correct answer is option A. Custom page in a model-driven app. Question number 34. Positive Home Rescue is a charity that finds new homes for abandoned dogs with a capacity for 20 animals. To manage their operations, they are deploying a single model-driven Power Apps for tracking dogs and coordinating adoptions, built on Dataverse and favoring standard features where possible. Dataverse configuration. The solution prefix PSR is used for all new components. A single root business unit is used for all staff. All data is stored in standard Dataverse tables with no anticipated need for rapid scaling. Server-side synchronization for Xsense is not configured. Adapters information for potential adapter is kept in the standard contact table. A duplicate contact is defined as having an identical email address and last name. To reduce no-shows, an automated reminder email is sent to adapters 2 hours prior to a scheduled meeting. These reminder emails should not create activity records in Dataverse. Dogs. A custom dog table owned by the organization stores all information about the animals. Key attributes in this table include breed, size, and weight. Dog residency. A custom residency table tracks the duration of each dog's stay. Each residency record includes lookups to the specific dog and the required food plan. Food type and serving size are tracked on the residency record, but changes to this field do not trigger timeline post. The standard adoption fee is $120 stored in a currency column, but this amount is adjustable. A deposit column uses a formula to calculate 20% of the final adoption fee. A new residency record must be created via an automated process whenever a new dog record is added. Direct creation of residency record is not permitted. Exercise and feedings. Daily exercise is logged in a custom exercise table. Meals are recorded in a custom feeding table. Both exercise and feeding records must be visible on the timeline of the associated residency record. Animal care team. The animal care team need to see an audit history for changes to the food type and amount for the last 3 months. The team must be able to update a dog's weight directly to its residency record form. Team members have reported that the action buttons on their touchscreen devices are too small for easy use when logging exercise and feeding. The team needs to see contact details for adopters with upcoming meetings, but must be prevented from editing this information. Adoptions team. The adoption team requires a weekly report of all duplicate contacts. They should not see real-time duplicate detection warning when creating or saving contact. To process an adoption, the team followed a structured, multi-stage process that must be guided on screen. Commitment. Secure a signed commitment document and collect the deposit. Pre-pickup. Record the spray or neuter date. Perform the procedure and document the scheduled pickup date. Pickup. Collect the remaining payment and confirm the dog has been picked up. A business rule must prevent the pickup date from being set less than 2 days after the spay or neuter date, displaying an error message if violated. Only members of the adoption team are permitted to create new dog and adopter record. You are tasked with enabling the animal care team to update a dog's weight from the residency record. Which 3 actions should you perform in sequence? On the left side, you have the actions. On the right side, you need to choose the correct answer in the correct order. The correct order is: edit the resident form, add a form component, select the lookup. Question number 35. As a functional consultant for the sales team at Contoso Inc., you are building a model-driven app. A form within the app requires a highly customized interface to display related data visually, but the project requirement forbid the use of custom code. What should you do to embed this custom interface onto the form? Option A. Modify the model-driven app to use mobile form factor. Option B. Modify the model-driven app to use tablet form factor. Option C. Create an HTML web resource. Option D. Use the classic experience to add a Canvas app. Just a quick reminder, if you don't have time to watch these videos and instead download all questions and answers, feel free to purchase them on Buy Me a Coffee page. I have shared the link below. The correct answer is option D. Use the classic experience to add a Canvas app. Question number 36. As a member of the process automation team at Quantum Innovations, you are tasked with implementing user interface (UI) flows to automate existing manual web-based business processes. To ensure that users can both create and run these web UI flows effectively, which three components must be installed and configured on your devices? Option A. Power Automate Desktop. Option B. Latest version of Microsoft Edge. Option C. On-premises Data Gateway. Option D. Selenium IDE. Option E. Latest version of Mozilla Firefox. The correct answers are Option A. Power Automate Desktop. Option B. Latest version of Microsoft Edge. Option C. On-premises Data Gateway. Question number 37. As the functional consultant for the service operations team at Summit Solutions, you must update your customer incident business process flow while ensuring the solution is easy to maintain. What should you implement? On the left side, you have the features. On the right side, you have the requirement and you need to choose the correct feature. The first requirement is allow users to navigate to the previous stage only from specific stages. The correct feature is action step. The second requirement is create checklist records in specific stages on demand. The correct feature is action step. Question number 38. You work for a logistic company, Pinnacle Freight, and are creating a desktop UI flow to automate a legacy application. To integrate this with SharePoint, you must extract an order number from the legacy app screen. Which four actions should you perform in sequence to capture this data as an output? On the left side, you have the actions. On the right side, you need to choose the correct answer in the correct order. The correct answer is start recording the UI flow. On the Outputs menu of the UI flow, choose Select Text on Screen. Copy and paste the text in the Output Definition window. Enter a name and description for the output. Question number 39. As a Power Platform consultant for Innovate Corp's sales operation team, you are enhancing their lead qualification process by building a new business process flow. You have created a custom action that needs to be included, but it is not appearing in the action step. Which two steps must you perform to make this action available for selection in the action step? Option A. Ensure that the entity for the action matches the corresponding entity for the business process flow stage. Option B. Add at least one step to the action. Option C. Select Run as an on-demand process. Option D. Activate the action. The correct answers are Option A. Ensure that entity for the action matches the corresponding entity for the business process flow stage. Option D. Activate the action. Question number 40. As a functional consultant for the digital transformation team at Contoso Pharmaceutical, you are tasked with automating two key business processes. You must recommend the correct Power Automate component for each process based on its unique requirement. Which component should you recommend? On the left side, you have the components. On the right side, you have the process, and you need to choose the correct component. The first process is access data from an internally created web application with the basic REST API functionality as part of a nightly batch job. The correct component is flow that uses a custom connector. The second process is access data from a public website with no API functionality for emails processed through an unmonitored queue. The correct component is unattended UI flow.